Hey, it's Michelle.
And it's your girl, Laura Nicole, and this is Couch Talk.
Just two girls, one couch, a few special guests, and way too many thoughts. From late night chats to did that really just happen moments, we're unpacking it all.
Relationships, parenting, adulting, life, love, and everything in between. No filters, no judgment, just laughs, real talk, and maybe a few questionable takes. So grab a drink, get comfy, and take a seat. This is Couch Talk. Welcome back to the couch. It's your girl, Laura Nicole.
And it's Michelle.
And I gotta tell you, I'm really excited for today's episode. So I'm gonna tell you about the friends we have on the couch with us today. All right? So we start off with Lynette from Sugar.
Hi, ladies. Thank you for inviting me.
We're very excited about you. We've spoken about Lynette from Sugar many times. You've probably heard the word Sugar many times. So explain to us a little bit about what sugaring is, because I know everybody says waxing.
Right.
Always, and you're like sugaring. So it's obviously a new way of thinking. So what's the difference between sugaring and waxing?
So it's actually a very old way of thinking. Cleopatra used to sugar. So pretty much it's sugar, lemon, and water. So it's an all natural alternative to waxing. A couple of benefits compared to waxing is it doesn't adhere to the healthy skin. It is a skilled. It is a taught skill. So we have to train our estheticians about 40 hours before they touch a client how to sugar, because it's not like you could just throw some wax on and rip it off. It's done in a certain way.
Wow.
So we remove it in the direction of the hair growth, so you have less ingrown hairs. Because it doesn't adhere to the healthy skin, it's a lot more comfortable than waxing.
And there's no strip?
And there's no strip. We're done.
Wow.
We do it with our hand and a glove, and that's it. Everything from brows to down to the toes.
Love that.
So
and men
it's a great
also.
Exfoliating, great exfoliate. We do the face, all the peach fuzz. Yeah, it's a great alternative to waxing.
Nice. We were talking about you on the morning show. So we were discussing how Lauren had her modeling experience with you.
She did. Fabulous.
I will tell you what, in an episode about beauty, confidence, and empowerment, we have an incredible panel, because I left there literally feeling empowered and confident, and it was just a really a unique experience.
Yes.
We're gonna go there with it. It was really unique, and it was well worth it, and I will be back in 5 weeks to
Keep it up.
Keep
it up.
I have to be honest with you.
Different growth cycles.
I was intimidated.
Yes.
So I'm sure a lot of women are, because you reached out to us and Lauren jumped, and I almost jumped, and then I hesitated, and I got very intimidated. So how do you come across? How do you overcome that? Yeah.
So, when people come in, we know that's what they're feeling.
Yeah.
And we make them feel really comfortable. So they'll come in as a client, being all kind of shy and whatever, and, they leave a friend, and they leave like they're part of our family, and they want to come back the next time.
You know what? It's so funny, because that was one of the first things that I had said initially, right? Same thing you said. I was really nervous, something I've never done before. But we talk about this a lot, me and Michelle, because I feel like in this stage of life, I just turned 40. Right? So, again, something I've never done before. So, I says to myself, when you asked, I says to myself, you know what? I was like, I'm going to do this for me. And I walked out of there, and I felt really great. And I was nervous, but I got to tell you, I was so comfortable. And if we're talking about the experience, we had multiple women in the room at the time.
Yep.
So if you're in there one-on-one, I assume it's probably much more comfortable.
Right.
But I went in, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I got to tell you, it's one of the best things I've done for myself, aside from microblading my eyebrows.
Yeah. Our clients are in a very vulnerable position for most of the services, the bikini area, obviously. People get women get anxiety going to the gynecologist, right? So it's kind of like, okay, now I'm gonna go into this salon with women I don't know. Yeah. We're trained estheticians. We're, mothers, daughters,
Nobody's
have
judging.
Children.
Yeah.
What's said in the sugar room stays in the sugar room. And all our estheticians are very cognizant of
and
the vulnerability the clients are in. So
And how many employees do you have right now?
Sometimes 3, sometimes 5. So we're
Yeah. Well, the place was great, and like I said, I felt
it's boutique.
It was fantastic. The room was great, and it felt really good. And yes, of course, it's going to be a little painful, right? We talked about this,
right?
What's one of the craziest reactions you've had?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Crazy reaction. I mean, some people are very sensitive. It's like such a wide range.
I mean, anywhere on your body.
We have this woman that had, 4 kids, and she was pregnant, and she'd have conversations through the whole procedure. She like didn't even feel it. So we have that, and then on the opposite range, someone has tattoos all over her. She comes to us, and we, do a little sugar on the leg, and she's like, ah! So we're like, what? You have tattoos everywhere. Like, what
do you have to train your employees to like just deal with the curse, or
no,
I don't know?
Oh well, we know how to talk them through
the ring of fire,
and breathe.
We're going there.
The ring of fire.
Oh. We're not going to the ring of fire, Lynette. But I am gonna say this: after the first few rounds, you're kind of numb anyway at this point. So, we laughed about it this morning, but I'm going to laugh about it again because it's just, I got to tell it. So it's like, I jumped. There was a few times
and it was your very first time ever. So it's a new experience.
I lifted a little bit, but I'm going to tell you what, it was like for a split second.
Right.
And then I left. I had no burning. I had no irritation. I had no pain. I was a little puffy. Little plump, if you will. However,
so funny.
However, I gotta tell you what, I felt great, and the next day even better, because the next day I was like a Sphinx cat.
There's kind of like stages, right? So then when it's their first time, you're gonna be like, okay, this is a new experience. I don't know what's happening, whatever. Then when the hair growth starts to come back, you're going to be like, wow, it like is very sparse and it's much thinner.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that blunt razor.
What am I at? Like 2 weeks? Or like a week and a half? What am I at? Like a week and a half? I probably would have had to have like shaved twice at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Swear to you, I probably listen, I ain't got no shame in my game. Here we are. Hello world. Yes, I do. But hit him with the button. Which one is it? Which one is it? So,
and then we're with the razor burn, especially in Florida, people are sweating. Down there it can get infected, and
I'm still smooth.
Do you warm that up at all? Because I've been burnt, so I have a scar on my eyebrow from getting burnt from waxing.
Yeah,
that's where I get nervous just eyebrow waxing, because it's like, oof, I've already been burnt. So this doesn't
feel like that.
No, it's kind of like room temperature. We warm it up a little bit, but it's never hot.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
Like that. I think it's something that women should do for themselves if it's something that they're thinking of.
Yeah.
Even if it's one time. It doesn't have to be, listen, I went all out. So it doesn't have to be that way. Like she said, just like the bikini line, if you wear a lot of bathing suits, look where we are.
Yeah.
We are in Florida. We live in bathing suits kind of all year round. So for the first time, I didn't have any stubble. I didn't have any bumps. Yep. It was fantastic. So, and I think, and it's affordable, and that's an important part of self-care.
Yeah.
Right. We take. We don't always take care of ourselves, but that's a form of self-care.
Yeah. So it's how can people find you? Skin.
So we're in Wellington on Forest Hill Boulevard, 11924 in Wellington Town Square, 561-217-8427. We're open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 6.
Till 6. Okay, very nice.
We probably will during the equestrian season. We'll probably expand those hours a little bit. So we're excited for our equestrians. And I'm talking to a lot of equestrian groups about the opportunity for sugaring instead of like, because they're in the hot saddle,
Yeah.
they're sweating.
Yeah.
If they shave, they could get a lot of problems with infection and inflammation, and so sugaring is very good for equestrians.
I think it's almost kind of like healthy too, because like she said,
it's
sugar,
all natural.
lemon, and water.
Yeah.
Sugar, lemon, and water.
Yeah,
I love that. I almost want to try to make it at home.
Well, hold on now.
People try to, but
it's never going to be. You got to get Lynette. She's going to get in there. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I heard about Lynette. All right, so now that we know how to keep smooth and sweet, I love that.
Fantastic.
Now let's talk about putting our best face forward.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have.
So today we have Angela Ciliberti.
Look at her skin, how fabulous!
Are
oh my
kidding?
gosh! From like miles away, we say that. That's what everybody says.
Glowing.
It's glowing.
It
Absolutely.
really is. So Angela, tell us a little bit about like yourself.
So I have a shop in Royal Palm. I'm a master esthetician. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I'm a certified oncology specialist, a professional makeup artist, nationally certified medical assistant. Kind of the list goes on and on.
We love to see that.
I train people, I teach people, I do classes, so a lot going on.
You go into Angela's office and her certificates are proudly hanging on the wall.
Yeah. You just got a new space. We went to your open house the other day.
Did.
Congratulations.
So I did get a bigger space. It just feels better for myself and my clients.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there was anything wrong with my other space, but since I added my head spa services, it was starting to get a little tight, and I found myself kind of like, going like this over my clients, and they didn't know it, but I knew it, and I almost, killed myself trying to give, a service. So
you end up on top of them.
Yeah. So
hello.
It just started to get a little tight. So the space is a lot more elevated. It's bigger.
It is. It's beautiful.
I was able to add a few nice touches, chairs, rugs, other things that I couldn't really add in the other room because it just wasn't big enough.
It's very tranquil. I've been there. I had a facial from Angela that was just. We'll laugh about it. We laugh about it all the time. I cried the whole time.
She sure did.
I cried the whole time. It was fantastic. I've never done anything like that in my life. Again, something else that I've never done that I got a chance to try, right? So, we just said you have a lot of certifications, so you can totally give us some insight here. What would be like an ideal skincare routine for the mature woman, somebody over 40?
Okay, so I always like to start my clients off very simple. What I found recently a lot, because I do specialize in women 40 and above, what I find is the majority of women don't have a skincare routine at all at that age.
Not since teenagers,
yes.
when we had our acne treatments.
We were busy.
And honestly, but it's not their fault. It's just that nobody ever taught them.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that they don't, they're not doing it because they don't want to. They don't know how to.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that's kind of where I come in. And, I've had a lot of people, especially recently, just come and, it's their first facial. It's their first, whatever. And I'm just like, or they don't know how to put makeup on. Or, they don't know the order of skincare. Yeah. So it's kind of hard because, you gotta it's like teaching them from when they were a baby pretty much, because you literally, so when my clients come in and they're like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to have skin like that, I want to do all this stuff. I'm like, okay, let's just calm down a little bit. You got to start, you got to start little.
Right.
So for a simple
walk before
routine,
you can run.
So my biggest thing is you have to exfoliate.
Yep.
Okay? Because if you're not exfoliating, then all of those products, all of the makeup, whatever it is that you're putting on your skin is not going anywhere. Because as Lynette and I both know, we're both in the same line of work, your skin has 3 main layers. So if you're not exfoliating and you're not getting that layer off, every month a new layer comes on top of it. So it's kind of like a sandwich. I
don't
like
think
to
I've
tell my
ever
clients.
exfoliated my face. I'll exfoliate my legs.
Yeah.
I'll exfoliate my arms.
It doesn't matter if you're putting
I don't think about
a
my
$5
face.
cream or a $500 cream. Guess what? Those creams, no matter if it's the $5 one or the $500 one, it's not getting to the layer it needs to get because you have so much dead skin on top of it.
And the older you get, the longer it takes.
The longer
for
it
your skin
takes.
cells to shed.
So how often would you recommend exfoliating then?
So I like to start my clients out on a mild exfoliator 2 to 3 times a week. Okay. And then I'll tell them, to try to add just a moisturizer in and a cleanse. Cleansing is so important. I literally have this conversation with my clients on a regular basis. And I know it sounds super simple, but we need to clean our faces better.
Yeah.
You need to be double cleansing at night. You need to get that oil to get everything
and the mess
off
from the day, the dirt from
to
the
break
day.
up the free radicals, the makeup, whatever it is you're using, and then go in with that second cleanser, whether it's a cream cleanser or I don't really care for foam cleansers, but some people do. Get in there with that double cleanse, and then in the morning you only have to cleanse once because it's just the overnight. You got to get it, and you just can't go like this. You have to really get in there. People are afraid to touch themselves. Touch yourself.
Yeah.
Touch yourself.
Hey, which one is it?
Start touching yourselves.
There it is. So,
I wasn't allowed to wear makeup growing up. So I never wore makeup growing up. Still as an adult, I don't wear makeup.
Right.
I try to put it on. I just feel like I look like a clown. I don't know primer from anything. So, me, I just go in with the Il Maquillage and blend it in. And then my daughter's like, that does not match your skin whatsoever.
I went with the Elf from Walmart. So,
what's the one product that women
my brain
should always use?
My brain is hearing no.
Stop. Okay. I never learned. Nobody ever showed me.
That's the thing. So when, you start getting to that more mature age, and I'm going to say 40 and above.
Yeah.
Some women, maybe in their late 30s, but I generally say 40 and above. You really need to be, you can't do your makeup like you did when you were 20.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
You can't put the concealer
with the lip
on
liner.
like a raccoon.
That's how I learned how to do makeup at that time.
So here's the thing.
I'm older.
Your
everything
skin.
I love. She said no dark lip liner. I'm out here can we bring back the white eyeliner? God.
So it's really all about the products that you choose and how you put them on.
Okay.
So you can still wear a concealer, you can still wear a foundation, you can still wear a full face of makeup and not look like you have a stitch of makeup on. It's all in the way you put it on, and it's all in the way the products are applied.
So what's one product you can't live without?
Oh, this is hard.
Now, come on.
Really? I'm like soap.
This is hard. So I think for
he's like, I got you.
What's gonna lift and brighten? Give us a product that you need.
A product that will. So I love retinol. I love me some good retinol.
There it is.
Because it does lift. It helps firm fine lines and wrinkles. It helps firm textures and pores.
Okay.
It brightens your skin. Another good one is
that only applied
C.
around the eyes, retinol?
No, you gotta use a combination.
Oh, so there isn't one. Like my daughter right now, she's 15.
Yeah.
She's all about moisturizer.
Well, she asked me
this
to
child
only
will
pick
go
one,
to
so
Sephora.
it's hard for me to pick just one.
I would love to just have one. Give me one step. I'll take care of my skin better.
Yeah.
I don't have time for all these steps. I don't know what to do.
So that's why I like to make it very simple in the beginning. Cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize. Then we can add on to that. Then we can add the retinols, the vitamin C's, the hyaluronic acids, the peptides, all that good stuff.
Going back to the not knowing how to, I think it's important to learn self-care at a young age. So I have a mom who worked. She was like a workhorse, right? It wasn't not that we weren't taught. I love makeup. I love to dress up. I love my nails. I love my hair. But I was never taught like this. We weren't taught like this. Plus, I grew up in New York. Here, skincare is super important with the way the sun is.
Yes.
And wearing SPF, and I think those things are super important. But, I think you're right. I don't think a lot of people are taught these things, at a younger age. So we're all kind of learning together as we mature, what works and new tips and tricks and kind of how to,
So where can people find you? How can they contact you?
So they can find me at red_lips_aesthetics. That's on Instagram. And on Facebook, it's just Red Lips Aesthetics. You'll see a picture of me with my red hair. And
red lips. Okay.
And we're located at 1241 North State Road, Suite 111. That's the new suite. And the phone number is 267-228-3680.
Love it.
Fantastic.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Make sure you stick around because when we come back, we're going to be meeting with Max and Boudoir Photography. And she's going to help us to see ourselves through a different lens.
This is good.
Stick around.
You don't want to miss it.
Imagine life without worrying about leaking when you run, jump, or play with your kids. When it comes to something as personal as your pelvic health, working with an expert matters. I'm Dr. Danielle Rivera, a doctor of physical therapy with over 25 years of experience. This means faster results, less frustration, and no more wasted time or money searching for answers. Call us or schedule online. Your pelvic floor is asking for the expert down there care.
You've been watching Couch Talk with Lauren and Michelle. And now, let's get back to our show.
And we're back. A little bit of musical chairs here. But what an episode this is. So much fun, and I'm learning a lot. I love this. It's so nice to have friends on the couch.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's introduce our...
So we've covered skin, we've covered makeup, and now we're going to cover really capturing that confidence, because, you know, that's what we're talking about, is building confidence. And we have Max with Duckworth Studios, and she helps to capture that confidence. So Max is a boudoir photographer.
Hey! Which one was it? Yeah!
So Max, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have been, so I started taking pictures I got my first camera with manual functions more than 10 years ago. And I needed a model to practice, and I was the only one that was always around, so I started taking pictures of myself. And so I have this huge catalog of images over the past 10 years of me. And like, so you know, you used to get school pictures. You used to get a picture every single year. And so like now I have this amazing, but so I realized after a while, like, other women need this. Like, you need to like see yourself grow and change. And you know, there's sometimes when I felt like a little too heavy, and sometimes I'm a little too skinny, and like I didn't quite love my body, but I'm so grateful I took those pictures 10 years ago, because I can't get that back now.
Yeah.
I love that.
I just think it's so important, and to be with these women, because like you are the women I need for like to get to all the prep. Like it's a team effort. Yeah, it really is, and it really helps to just do all the sugaring and the makeup and the facial, and then you show up and you just feel like
good.
So good and ready to go.
And I think it's nice to see your image in a different light. We look at ourselves in a mirror, and we are our own biggest critics.
Oh, yeah.
And so I absolutely have body dysmorphia. I look at myself in the mirror, I see this heavy person, because, you know, like all of us, I have yo-yoed my whole life. So I think, you know, it's nice to capture that and to feel sexy in the moment. Yeah. Whatever you decide, whatever your theme is, or it's nice to see the reflection through the camera in which Max is seeing it through the lens. You know what I mean?
How do you help women feel comfortable in such a vulnerable position?
I mean, so it really helps to, we meet beforehand. So some photographers, you know, you've never met them before.
Yeah,
you show up on the day of, and people show up with wrinkly shirts and just who knows what their hair looks like. And so we sit down and meet beforehand. And so you know your outfits, and you have a general idea of like what you're doing.
Love that.
So then you get there, and I have a hair and makeup artist to like get you, so you have time to relax, and I have like snacks and drinks, whatever. I figure out what your favorite stuff is.
Like
so,
a full experience.
Oh,
it's an experience.
Absolutely. It's like and it takes like a good part of the day.
Really?
You know, because
nice.
Depending on how many different sets you want to do, we might have to stop and break for lunch. And I order lunch, you know, I get you whatever you want. It's just it's a day for you to be totally pampered and just enjoy yourself and then relax, you know. And then it's just you and me, so that like, you know, you're doing your waxing, and there was a whole audience,
the sugar.
It can feel a little bit like a lot. So that's just you and me in the studio. nobody. The makeup artist might be around and help do touch-ups, but like there's nobody watching.
It's intimate. It's
exactly.
Intimate.
Just because the camera itself can be really intimidating, and so it takes some time to kind of relax in front of the camera. Not gonna lie, I usually throw away like the first 15 minutes of a shoot just because people need time to like relax.
I love that.
I love that though.
Yeah, it would take me about 15 minutes, and then I'd be like,
but then once you're in, forget it.
It's kind of the same thing when you go for a wax or sugaring.
Yeah.
You know, in the beginning you're like, oh, I don't know, and then in the end you're just like,
exactly.
You know? So it's kind of the same thing.
Not saying nothing because you already know how that goes. So we always love like ideas. Everybody loves a good selfie, and I always feel like it's the angle.
I am the most awkward person in a photo.
It's not
the most
I hate it. Somebody takes a picture.
It's not the angle. Because it's like
usually the photographer. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm saying if I'm taking a picture of myself, then you're calling me out right now, Max, and I like to assume that I am quite the videographer and photographer. However, right, if we're taking a picture and somebody's taking pictures of us, maybe you're at a wedding, maybe you're at a party, and you're with your girlfriend. You never know what to do with your hands. You don't know what to do. It's awkward.
You don't know if you're gonna like over smile or not smile.
So, can we get like, what do you got here? Let's do this first. I got a good idea.
Okay.
I got a good idea. Let's do this first. Tell me about props, because if we're talking intimate situation, what are we talking here?
So sometimes people do lingerie. That's classic. Sometimes you can bring like a big your boyfriend's tee or your sports jersey. That's really fun.
Oh, okay.
But some people, like there's plenty of single women out there who don't like sports. So I have. Hang on. Oh. These are really fun. It is a lace safety vest.
Love it.
And I've done my own little sexy photo shoot. I brought one for everybody.
Okay.
We're all going to put them on. We're all going to put them on.
Yeah, we are.
What color do you want? Black? And then wait, it has pink.
Oh, I'm in. I'll put the hard hat on right now.
I feel like we should be taking our clothes off to put the vest on.
Listen, this may turn into a group shoot. Hit it.
Watch your head.
Wrong one. Yeah. This one.
Should we be in our bra and underwear for this?
You're gonna break them.
Okay.
Okay. So my biggest question: if you're standing up, so who's gonna stand and be posed?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Max.
There you go.
Shoot.
Go.
There's a hard hat on this. Okay. Give me one of them orange cones.
I think we're gonna hit each other trying to put these on.
Max. So who's modeling?
Well, you can model. You can start by sitting down.
I don't know if I.
Okay.
Was
Seems like you can start by
My
sitting down.
biggest thing, I would love for you to help us with us, because now I'm sitting on a couch. I never feel I look good.
Right.
Every time I'm sitting down, it's like, we're our worst critics. Just like Lauren said, we are our worst critics.
And we take a lot of pictures.
How do we incorporate, is it to the side? Is do we have to sit here and suck it in for 30 minutes and don't breathe?
Just put the whole thing over you like this and just cover your whole body up.
So
at this point, I'm coming in with just this on. You heard what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Lynette got me.
It doesn't matter how you're sitting.
Lynette got me right.
Doesn't matter how you're sitting. So how is the best way for us to sit on?
All right, go ahead.
How's the best way for us to sit on the couch?
Well, so generally, if you want something to look smaller, you bring it farther away from the camera, and if you want something to look bigger, so a lot of times you want to
Go way back.
Where's the cameraman?
I told Gato, can we move our camera because I feel like we're so close that I am double chinning everywhere right now, and he was like, listen, but see what I'm saying?
Okay, so we sit
so
back,
you can
further back.
or but you generally want your face, so you can lean forward a little bit with your shoulders and your face, and you kind of it does take a little bit of contorting sometimes.
Okay. So you want to stick out your chin?
Yeah,
okay.
but you don't want to go like this.
We're trying to elongate
you want to
the
lead
neck.
with your forehead. You want to stick your chin out, but imagine somebody's you have a suction cup on your forehead and they're pulling you forward that way, because otherwise you go like this and that looks bad.
Okay.
Love
And
it.
then the other thing you can do is to get good smiles. I always tell people I need an audible laugh. A sound needs to come out and go ha 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 ha. I get the greatest candid looking smiles.
It's almost natural.
I love that. I love that.
But there has to be sound, and otherwise and a lot of times it makes people real laugh, which helps, because you feel like it's just us in the studio ha 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 And it's like kind of stupid.
I love that.
So we're going to be laughing.
I actually have a friend that does that when we go out. She always does that. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she gets the best pictures though.
I love that.
It's true. It's
So where is your studio located?
I shoot all different places, but
Okay, so
I
you
do
travel.
have a home studio I work from in East Boynton.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And how can
And,
people reach you?
They can reach me at duckworthstudio.com. On Instagram, I'm Duckworth Studio, and my phone number, you can call or text anytime, 561-800-3322.
Love it.
Oof.
Love it.
What
what an
show. I gotta tell you something. This was...
This was something to definitely watch on repeat a few times. And
I cannot wait to get that
and
back
we definitely,
on the couch.
yes. Oh, we definitely need to have you ladies come back.
I love when we have our friends here. Wasn't this fun?
This was a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys learned something.
This was
We
great.
learned how to really get some confidence here and try to keep it forever.
Yeah.
I know these
further away.
I think the takeaway from the show is it's important to invest in yourself and take care of yourself with whatever that might be.
Yes.
To be confident, to shine like a diamond. Don't forget to like, follow, and share Couch Tawk Podcast on all social media, AM2 Media Group, AM Media Productions, and the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We'll see you next week on the couch.
We said it.
You're welcome.
Hey, it's Michelle.
And it's your girl, Laura Nicole, and this is Couch Talk.
Just two girls, one couch, a few special guests, and way too many thoughts. From late night chats to did that really just happen moments, we're unpacking it all.
Relationships, parenting, adulting, life, love, and everything in between. No filters, no judgment, just laughs, real talk, and maybe a few questionable takes. So grab a drink, get comfy, and take a seat. This is Couch Talk.